What's going on, everyone? So it's been a while since I've been doing some vlogs, and I thought it'd be a good day. So we've been mostly working on the paperwork and pretty much everything's done. I've triple checked everything, made sure there's no problems with it at all. Everything's going to be printed out, signed, get it all notarized, and then we're completely done with all that. Don't have to worry about that anymore, and we can focus on filming a bit more until I leave, because I'm going to be leaving here pretty soon. So I think we're going to go cruise around town, go get some food, and just go vlogging around the town, and probably go pick up Mitchie once she's done hanging out with her mom and her family over there. And yeah, it's just going to be a nice little daily vlog today. Then yeah. Alright, just got to the park. Just chilling here, getting a time lapse. And again, it's golden hour, so this is probably the best time to do some photography and videos. Best lighting. And it looks like it's pretty active here at the park. Lots of people doing runs and walks around the fish pond. Lots of people doing all kinds of things here. Pretty sure these fish here are tilapia. I guess Mitchie told me sometimes they have a fishing derby where you're allowed to just come here and fish a bunch of them out and I guess cook them up. It's pretty trippy how many fish there are in this place. You can just walk around, these fish will just follow you. Also, I noticed as soon as I got here and took out my camera gear, the street children came up, started asking me for money and stuff. So you do have to be aware of that. As soon as you get out in a public place here and start taking out a camera, they will run up to you and they will start asking you for money. So, and I think more so in a place like this because it's not really a touristy area, so you don't really get to see tourists that much. So Bacolod does not seem to have a boardwalk like Dumaguete has. It has this the two big government centers, and that's usually where everyone goes exercising. And I guess this is the Negros Occidental Government Center, so the other one is the City Hall. This is the bigger one though, a bit fancier. But yeah, it would be kind of nice if they had a decent boardwalk where you could go chill and hang out and do stuff, but from what I heard from Mitchie, it's kind of right near the big squatter area, so it's not really safe, especially after dark. So it's definitely a weird thing when you come out here and do some filming and stuff. Everyone's staring at you, and being the only foreigner around, you definitely get some gawks and stuff. Had some girls over there come up and picture with me and stuff like that, so kind of weird, but kind of used to it now. But would I say Bacolod is the best place for vloggers? I don't think not. So it's just about sundown here, and I came over to the little skate park they have here. Really nice little setup. I think this is the same setup they use for Extreme Mascara Festival. And we're just chilling here, still at the park. Everyone's still doing their laps around, getting some exercise in. This is a pretty safe spot. I've never had any kind of problems chilling at this park at night. Someone's rocking out. Well, it's just about dark here and still get another time lapse. I just had one of the really rare occurrences of seeing a foreigner and him saying hello to me. Because normally you see foreigners and they're really, I don't know, they don't say much at all. You can say hi, but some of them won't even say hi back. So I kind of stopped even saying hi or trying to meet people because here in Bacolod, I don't know, the foreigners don't really want to hang out with other foreigners. So I don't know, kind of sucks for making friends and stuff like that. But just saw another guy my age and he walked by, said hi, seemed like a nice guy, but didn't stay for a convo. But yeah, that's life in Bacolod City. I'm on my last time lapse of the night and it should be pretty nice. Look at this very nice backdrop. Alright, so I'm all done doing my time lapses and it's pretty dark, so I think I'm gonna head home, go pick up Mitchie, go get some dinner. And yeah, I gotta say, like, it's a totally different experience when you go out without your girlfriend or your wife or something, and you go walk around. It's a really different experience here in Bacolod because, I don't know, I think it's kind of looked down upon when girls date foreigners or something like that, or they're looked upon as they're like poor and uneducated and stuff like that, I've heard. But I don't know, it's kind of weird. Alright, so I just got back to the apartment and Mitchie just gave me a text, so I'm going to go over and pick her up. But again, as I was saying, it kind of seems like they see you more as a tourist if you're not with your wife. More people come up to you, they say hi, how are you, what are you doing, come stare at the camera while I'm filming and stuff like that. And more girls going by and say, oh, guapo, guapo, stuff like that. Or, I don't know, it's kind of weird. I think girls see me as single, so they kind of catcall me a little bit more, so it's a little different. But anyways, Mitchie's waiting for me, so I think we're gonna get on the bike and go rip over there and go pick her up. And I think I'll have the GoPro on, so I'll throw some footage in there. So. Just got Mitchie, and we got some Mexican food from downstairs, takeout, from the best Mexican food place in Bacolod. We are gonna go eat some dinner. So I wanted to end today's vlog on the story of how me and Mitchie met. I'll give you a little backstory. So around 2 years ago, I was working in the oil field in northern BC, and I was working as a pipeline locator. So I would go around and find pipelines, mark it off and put stakes in the ground so people digging in the ground could see where the pipelines were and they didn't blow themselves up. So that's what I was doing. I was making very good money, working pretty much every day in snow almost like this high sometimes, so we would have to wear snowshoes and stuff like that. So normally every winter I would start going crazy and I needed to get out of Canada and have to go vacation or something, because like 6 months in snow and cold is just not fun, and you just want to get out of there once the work season's done, because around springtime everything stops for about 2 to 3 months, and yeah, there's just no work, so I'd usually go take off for a trip somewhere. So I went on trips before the last 2 years to Jamaica and to the Netherlands, and both trips I kind of went by myself. The first one to Jamaica I went with a wedding party, so it wasn't too bad, but it really wasn't my style of vacation because it was just sitting at a resort and I don't really like doing that. So
And on my next trip, I went over to the Netherlands by myself, which I did not really like. It was kind of, I don't know, I kind of thought it would have been a lot better if I would have went with friends and got to explore with friends. Like I got to meet lots of people, but it just wasn't as enjoyable as I thought it would be. So I was planning a trip for after the work season, and at first I was actually thinking about going to Europe again with a buddy I was working with. So we were planning a backpacking trip and all that stuff. So that kind of didn't work out. He kind of dropped the idea, and I didn't really want to go there by myself again. So I started thinking I wanted to go somewhere warm and possibly go do a surfing trip and go learn how to surf. So I was actually starting to think Costa Rica or somewhere in South America. And again, I wanted to go with someone. None of my friends wanted to go with me because they're all busy working. So I thought the best way to meet someone on the trip would probably be meet someone online on a dating site or something like that, and then meet a girl there and have someone to explore with and check the country out. So I went on to a dating site for Costa Rica and a few other countries along like the surfing spots for South America, and I couldn't really find a single girl that I could connect with and would even want to meet or be friends with or date or anything like that. So I kind of ruled out Costa Rica and all those places. They just, I don't know, I just didn't seem to click with anyone. So I kind of looked into it more, and like the Southeast Asia thing, it kind of, at first it kind of freaked me out. Like I heard there's lots of scams, sometimes people go missing, foreigners get killed, stuff like that, and people tell me all these kinds of horror stories, and I don't know, it kind of freaked me out at first, but I thought I'd just give it a try just for the hell of it. So I started going online, and I started checking out the Philippines, also Cambodia I was looking into, and Thailand. But after seeing lots of like documentaries on like how so many girls in Thailand are like sex workers and stuff like that, I didn't think it'd be a good idea to go there. In Cambodia, I couldn't really like communicate good with any of the girls there. They all seemed like their English was kind of bad, and just wasn't my style at all. There's no girls I could connect with or really wanted to meet or anything. So I started looking online in the Philippines if there's any girls that I could connect with and want to meet and stuff like that. And I was looking, and I talked to a few girls, and some seemed really nice and had some really decent jobs and stuff like that. But again, no girls I could even connect with at all. So why would I want to go all the way there to meet them, especially if I'm kind of sketched out with the area? So I was kind of thinking that the Philippines was going to be a write-off too. But then I saw Mitchie's profile, and I can remember now I was scrolling through, and her picture was just a badass chick on a longboard with like the hugest smile, and I thought, holy shit, that chick looks deadly. So I had to message her, and she was really super nice when I first messaged her, and we pretty much connected right off the bat, and yeah. All right. So when we met, Mitchie was actually living in Japan with her sister. All right, when we met, Mitchie was actually in Japan, not the Philippines. She was living with her sister in, where was it, northern Japan? What was the city called?
Yamagata.
Yamagata.
Yamagata, yeah.
And I thought it was a little strange because I was looking on a Philippines dating site, so I was chatting with her, and then we kind of started talking on Facebook. And then I noticed, oh, she's in Japan. I'm like, what the hell? Am I talking to a Japanese girl or something? And then I asked her, and she's like, oh, I'm just on vacation staying with my sister in Japan for a little bit. I was like, oh, that's pretty cool. All right, so my first impressions of Mitchie when I found her online was pretty much I thought she was a straight up badass, someone I really wanted to get to know, and yeah, just really cute girl, likes the longboard, yoga, lots of hiking, stuff like that. So I thought we would really hit it off, and pretty much the only girl that I connected with online pretty much ever. So I thought I might have to pursue it. So what was your impressions of me when we first met online?
Online? I'm not really fully like you.
She thought I was really fat and thought I was a lot older because in some of my pictures I was a bit more chubby and bigger beard and stuff like that. And you were really surprised when you saw me the first time?
Yeah.
So yeah, she kind of didn't have the greatest impression of me when we first met, but we kept chatting and stuff and we really get along. And we decided we were gonna come meet each other, and I was gonna fly to Cebu and meet her. She was gonna travel from Bacolod and meet me in Cebu. So yeah, we talked for about 2 or 3 months beforehand. Something like that, 2 or 3 months.
Yeah.
So we were both taking a shot, meeting strangers for the first time, and it was pretty funny because I got to the hotel and I went to go to the bathroom to go brush my teeth and kind of get ready because I was kind of grubby from the 28-hour plane flight or whatever the hell it was. And I came outside because she messaged me saying she was there, and she was like staring at this big fat guy. And I walked up to her and I was like, "Hey, I'm dating." She's like, "Holy shit," because she thought I was
Oh my
super
God,
fat.
you're so overreact.
Yeah.
I didn't see. Holy shit.
It was more like, "Oh."
Like me.
Aw.
Hi.
Yeah, something like that. But I thought it was pretty funny because she thought I was a big fat guy. Because she's like, "Oh, I thought in your photos you were really fat and old."
Yeah.
I was like, "No, not really." So yeah, that was pretty much our how we met. We met on Plenty of Fish dating site, and that's pretty much the dating site that
Like lots couple
yeah
nowadays.
lots of couples nowadays, especially
they
where I
live.
live,
Yeah, they
live
live.
on, or met on that site. Because where I live, the creator of Plenty of Fish actually lived, I think, 60 kilometers away from me. So it's the dating site for my area. So that's the only thing I've ever used and to meet girls and stuff like that when I was dating online. So I thought I'd try it for other places in the world, and luckily enough, I met this girl right here.
Wow.
Yeah, and if you guys notice, it's really freaking hot in here, and I might be sweating a ton.
People tell that.
We have to
Over
turn.
here.
We have to turn off the air conditioning because
Don't
it
tell
ruins
that.
the audio.
No,
So
no,
yeah.
it's not heat. It's not hot heat. It's very cold.
But our first date was pretty funny. We went to, what was it, the Blue Restaurant or something like that? What was it called? Something Blue, or the Blue Lounge or something like that. It's supposed to be like one of the fanciest places in Cebu. It's like a 5-star restaurant. So
What do you call
at the
it?
top,
The
Yeah,
top
yeah.
of the what hotel?
Marco Polo Hotel. Yeah, we went there, and I was reading online saying, "Oh, all the reviews were saying it was the best restaurant in town." Blah blah blah. So we go up there, and I was like, "Oh, okay, we'll try it out." We could tell it was a really rich people spot, because I don't know, there's only really high class people there, and there was me in my t-shirt, and I don't know, I was kind of standing out like a sore thumb.
And for us, the food there is kind of like that.
So we ordered our food, and when we got it, we were like so disappointed. I got a steak. I think the steak came out to be like, I think 3,000 pesos for my meal.
Really?
Or
I didn't know that.
I think like, yeah, I think the meal came out to be like 3,500 pesos just for one meal, and I got like a steak and she got like a soup or something. And like in her soup there was like nothing, it was just like broth or something. And I was just like blown away, like how terrible the steak was and how terrible all the food was. It's like, what the fuck did we just pay for? So the food was just super, super terrible. And after we paid, I was up for about 38 hours at that time, and I was just grumpy at the food. So I kind of just walked away my normal pace, which is a kind of a fast walk. Mitchie, I realized the first time we met and went for a walk after we met, she walks really, really slow. So
Yeah, because you know that
little, yeah, you're little.
Yeah.
So yeah, I got up and I just walked away normal pace, for me anyways. And she got up and she was walking really slow behind me. And yeah, she got sad because she thought that I was just like leaving her or something. So I was like, what? No, I was just walking normal pace. I thought you were right beside me. So yeah, she thought the waiters were looking at her and thinking, oh, he's leaving you and stuff like that. And I was like, no, that's not what I was doing.
He's kind of rude.
Yeah, she thought I was rude. And I was like, huh? And I was up for 38 hours, so I was like, I just want some good food. So
Oh, really?
we pretty much just went to Jollibee after that. I was like, oh my god, good food, finally. So yeah, that was our first date. Hope you guys like this story. And until next time, peace out.
Like this, the Mike Smith, Jay Brown, the niceness, yeah. Life is what you make of it, so we're making it like this. We do it like that and we doing it like